All right, so we are so lucky today to be with Mel. Mel is one of my patients who we did a procedure on a year ago, right? Literally a year ago today.
Exactly.
So she's from is it Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yep.
Mississippi. She's here for a conference, and we got a chance to see one another again, which a lot of times I don't get the privilege of seeing some of our out-of-town patients. So this is a real treat, and we thought we'd take an opportunity to kind of talk about an important topic, which is these. The need to do surgical procedures in patients who are a little bit younger, right? So you're 42 years old.
42 this month.
This month, yeah. And so talk to us a little bit about, what it was that you were noticing in yourself that that led to, you looking into me and then, from there.
Well, I noticed, first of all, I felt like I was in my tip-top fit shape. I was going to the gym 5 days a week. I had gotten my black belt in Taekwondo. I was running Spartan races. I felt great. I was eating right, drinking all my water, doing all the things that I should do. And my face just always looked tired. And no matter how much sleep I got, no matter how much water I got in, my face just looked tired. I've researched everything. I put on the caffeine creams, to help with the eyes, the rollers for the puffiness, and nothing really just seemed to make a difference, despite all of the research and the skincare creams. And even Botox. I did Botox a little bit also as well. And so a friend of mine told me about you, and I started looking at the procedures that you do, and I just wanted to look like myself again. Honestly, I just wanted to feel like I looked like myself. And so I saw, just from educating myself with you, that it may take more than just fillers and Botox to get back to not looking so tired. And I just noticed little things about my eye drooping. Just my whole face seemed to fall forward.
Mm-hmm.
and that's something that I felt like Botox and fillers couldn't achieve. But I didn't know that the extent of what all could be done until I met you. So
yeah, so it was it was a nice,
amazing.
yeah, I know, it was a nice opportunity, and many people, I would say, are not fortunate enough to have the full picture of the options available. So what ends up happening is, because you're in your 40s, you think automatically that the only thing I should be doing is the non-invasive procedures, Botox, fillers, etc. But there's certain changes that happen with the face, primarily when things start to loosen up and start to come down, or when you have bags under your eyes and you have hollows under your eyes, etc. Those type of things are beyond what non-surgical treatments can correct. And so you're almost spinning your wheels trying to achieve what you said very eloquently, which is basically you just want to look like yourself. You want to look as young as you feel. And it doesn't even matter if you're in your, late 30s, early 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever it is. At the end of the day, when you don't look the way you feel, it creates a little bit of emotional turmoil and dissatisfaction. So what we suggested was doing a vertical prevent, which is basically like a mini vertical restore. And what that did was basically address the neck, a little bit of laxity in the neck, the jawline, elevated the mid-face beautifully, elevated the corners of the brow really nicely. We also did an infraorbital fat transfer. We kind of added volume, throughout the periorbital region, and did a lower eyelid blepharoplasty to remove the bags. And the combination of those things were, I think, it's phenomenal because it's
feel incredible. So
I love that, and that's at the end of the day what this is all about, right? It's about making you feel whole again, making you feel like that Spartan racer that you are, and the body lift, weight trainer, and taking care of yourself and such. She's a mom of how many kids?
2.
2 kids and 2 teenagers, and basically just has this amazingly youthful spirit, and we're so lucky that we're able to address it and give you what you wanted without the potential of looking different.
Yes, that was probably my main concern, was that I was going to look different. Like, people would see me and say, oh, she's had plastic surgery, very obvious and not like myself at all. And that's not how it was at all. It was subtle, and people have noticed, you look great, but I don't look like a different person.
Yeah, they don't know why.
I look like myself,
Yeah.
and I feel great, and I'm very thankful that I found you.
That's fantastic, and I think the moral of the lesson here, in the final point that I want to make, is that sometimes the non-invasive treatments, fillers, too much filler in the cheeks, too much filler in the lips, things like that, can actually make you look more unusual and more different than a well done procedure like this, which ultimately leaves no trace of surgery and no one would ever know that you've had anything done. So I think sometimes it's about bringing those two things together, the right procedure for the right condition, and doing it in a way that always is going to look natural. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Mel. Thank you so much for coming down and being willing to share your story. I know, because we're seeing more and more patients who are in their 40s who want to take more active measure as opposed to doing all the non-surgical things that don't always result in the outcomes that they're hoping for. So this will, I'm sure, serve as a nice example and inspiration for a lot of people. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel to see more secrets and demonstrations in the field of plastic surgery. Thanks so much.